Okay, today we are going to do episode 2 for project 2, reviewing a basic web page. In episode 1, you just set up your root folder for a web page. We set up project 2 _ root. Remember, no blank spaces. And we set up a pages folder, a pics folder, and maybe a video folder sometimes. And remember, the index file will be set inside the root folder. Okay, that's what we did episode 1. Episode 2, what we're going to do is go to Edmodo, and what I want you to do, and once you're on my site here, once you log on, I want you to go into the library, and inside the library we're going to go to project 2, and we need to view project 2, the text file in project 2. Okay, we can make it big so we can look at it. This will go away in a second. Now, what you're looking at is the basic HTML coding for a web page, and that page looks like, I'll get to it here in a second. Let's see here, where is it? That page looks like this. Okay, this page right here is created from this. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go back and forth and show you what it all means. Okay, up the very top of the file right here, this is going to be on every single web page you do. Okay, when we get into Dreamweaver and everything. What this actually means is it's going out to the W3C, which is the World Wide Web, 3 W's, Consortium. This is a group that sets standards for internet coding. It actually goes out to the website right here, and you can have it. We're not going to do it, but you can actually have it check to see if it adheres to all the standards. You can set it up where it checks to see if it's appropriate for cell phones, things like that. Don't worry too much about this up here. We're not going to get into it heavy that much. I just want you to know what it actually means. Okay, right here is your first tag. It's an HTML tag. Every single website will have this, and every single tag that you have has the brackets. I call them carets, but the greater than or less than signs, whatever you want to call them, always have the brackets inside, and then that's your code. Now, with every single, just about, I can't say every single code, but most tags will have a closing tag as well. This is the HTML tag that opens up your web page, and if you scroll down to the bottom, here's your closing one. There's a backslash in front of it. That just means that this HTML page is closed at this point right here. Okay. Next, after the HTML tag, you have a heading. Here's your opening header tag. Okay, it just says head. And here's the closing one. So between these two is going to be the heading of your web page. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Inside of the heading tags, you have a title tag. Here's your opening title tag and your closing title tag right here. Okay, and in between these two, Campus Tutoring Service homepage. When you put something in between the title tags, what it's going to do, it's going to be the title up on top of the tab. Okay, if you're running Explorer right here, Campus Tutoring Service. Okay, the ... the ellipsis means that there's more. That just is the coding for it. I'll go back to the main. Right here. Okay, that's what that means. Anything you put between the title tags, that's going to come up on the title. All right. When we get into Dreamweaver, you're going to see more of this. We can do when you search for things. That comes into play there. But right now, all you need to know is that when you put things between the title tag, that's going to show up on the tag. Okay, and we're going to close out our header. Now here, the body tag. Don't worry about the BG and all this stuff right now. We can pretend that's not even there. But the body tag starts the body of the website, and down here you can see the closing body tag. Okay, and everything between the body tag is what's going to be on your web page. Okay, these are usually far apart from each other because you're putting everything you have on your web page inside of it. Just like you did the title up here, between this body, the opening body tag, and the closing body tag, everything that's in between there is going to show up on your web page. Okay, so if you just put like a little whatever here, it's going to show up. Okay, so be careful of that. Whatever is between the body tags is going to be on your web page. Okay. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll talk about this right now. So if I go over here, you can see right here's my body right here. This isn't part of it, and I can just close this out right now. This is the web page that you're looking at. Okay, see this color in the background? It's like a tannish color. If you look at it, this BG, I'll wait till this goes here. This BG color means background color. Okay, BG color equals the quote, and this is a hex code for the color tan, and you end your quote. Okay, this is called an attribute right here, which means we're just changing the body a little bit. We're putting a background color on it. Okay, you can actually type in regular colors. Like if I wiped out this hex tag right here, I can wipe out everything in here and just type in the word red. And if I did that, then the background here would all be red. But there is a lot of web pages out there. If you just type in hex codes, coloring, website, whatever, you're going to get tons of websites that show you all kinds of hex codes, and you can get a little more precise coloring that way. Okay? Alright, let's see. Let's keep on going here. Now, as you see, the next part of the web page was that banner, and that's what this whole big thing right here is. This is the tag right here, IMG. That's IMG is an image. That's your tag for a picture. Okay, so when you ever want to put a picture on your web page, which I'm sure you do, everyone needs to have pictures nowadays. People love pictures. You're going to have an IMG space. SRC means search. You're going to search, and basically what you're going to search in is your root folder. Okay, equals. You're going to put a quote. Everything has equals. Anytime you run an attribute, this is another attribute right here, equals and a quote, and here's the name of that picture right here, CTS underscore clip8.gif. Okay, it's a GIF picture, and you're going to end it with a quote. That's very important. When you're starting to do these pages yourself, you're going to probably miss a quote here and there, and your page won't look right, and you have to go back and look at this code and make sure you have your quotes in there, your equals and all that. Okay, so if we go back over to it, this is the picture right here, this guy right here. Okay, let's go back over, and then here's some more attributes. We just changed the width and the height. Let's not worry about that right now, but you can make the width of the picture any width you want it. These are listed in pixels. Okay, the height is 128 pixels high, 474 pixels long. And the alt is student services. When you put an alt attribute in there, just like this, ALT equals student services logo. If I just hover above it, you can see that's where that pops up. Right there, student service logo. I come off it and I go back on it, student service logo. That's the alt feature. Okay, on down. Right here, and we closed out the image. Now this one, I know I told you we need to have a closing tag. You can just hit a space and your backslash right there, and that closes out your image tag right there. You don't have to have a specific image tag like you do the head or the body. Next we have a HR, which is a horizontal rule. Okay, so if we go over and look at that, that's this line right here, the horizontal rule. You can put attributes in there to change the color, the width, anything you want to do in there. We'll do that later. Okay, now down here we have a heading 1. We're going to align it to the center, and we're going to put a caret here, or a right arrow. Will be open soon, and we're going to close out our heading 1 tag. Now there's 6 headings, so you can have H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. And as you would think logically, they go down in sizes. So H1 is the biggest one you can get. So if we look at that, it's right here. You can see we centered it, and H1 means it's going to be big. You can see the font size is very big, and it's centered. If you put it at H2, it's going to be a little bit smaller. H3 will be even smaller, and on down to 6. There's 6 heading features. On down here is just all the text. This is a paragraph tag. You just put a P there, and that's going to skip a space. And here's just basic text, and we close it out right here. Here's an H2 heading. Our services include tutoring for the following courses. Okay, we'll show you that in a second. And down here, I'm not going to worry too much about this right now. This is a unordered list. That's what UL means. We're going to get into that more in Project 3, so let's not worry too much about that. But if you look at the web page, you see where it says math, accounting, and then we close it out. All right, let's take another peek at it. Right here, see this one here, our services include tutors for the following courses. That's a little bit smaller than will be open because that's an H2. This guy right here. This is an H1. And here's the unordered list, which is basically just bullets. But we'll get into that in Project 3. Okay, that is a lot of information. That's just basic reviewing. You can also go through the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint shows you everything we just did, shows you exactly how to do it, step by step by step. See, it starts with a blank sheet of notepad and just goes right on down. Here's all the tags that we talked about. And if you want to follow this, you can actually create this page from scratch if you just follow this step by step by step. But I don't think you need to. And that's basically it. Thank you.